Good morning, everybody. Once again, Adam Vorer, Vice President from the Citizens Committee for Restructured Government, www.ccrg.info, here with the news for today, for Monday, July 2nd, 2012. All right, just going to get right into it, so let's go to the first. There seems to be a big swarm of shallow quakes in Mexico, Chile, India, Iran, 5 pointers, and Japan's remaining silent at the moment. But we're having a lot of activity, underground earthquake activity across the planet, as you can see. Now, you're not going to be able to hear the sound on this. In fact, I'm going to mute so there's no flink. But as you can see, there is a lot right here in the Chile area, and all these red marks are basically earthquakes around the planet. Usually you don't see this much. I mean, this is quite a bit, actually. But the whole point is that we're getting a lot of earthquake activity lately, and it's basically becoming increasing in number. As you can see, also major plumes are popping up all over the country. There's fires popping up all over the country because of the heat wave. Also, this is all a result of... where's the picture? I had it. There we go. Let me move that over there. Sorry about that. This is all a result of this. We've been having this solar flare. You can see this big, gigantic series of black spots on the surface of the sun, and this causes interference. I've noticed this. Like if I watch my television, I see like these weird white lines. These weird like white pops, and I'll actually hear it in the speaker system. It'll make weird white pop noises, and it interfere with the electronics. So we're experiencing a lot of solar flare activity lately, and this solar flare activity affects earthquakes, affects increased fires, and it also increases the temperature on the planet. Also, they're talking about how the sun, Yellowstone Park, and the Canaries, how bad things are going to happen with that. Let me put this volume on and see if you guys can hear this, and I'll play this for you. This is Dr. Michio Kaku speaking. Dr. Michio Kaku, if you don't know him, is that Asian gentleman. He's, I believe he's with the New York College, at some New York City in New York. He's a physicist, and he explains the situation with this. So just listen to this.
Glad to be on.
So the last time this happened was 640,000 years ago. We're due?
We are due. Forget Yogi Bear. Okay, forget Old Faithful. It's sitting on top of a sleeping giant. Now, if you're sleeping next to an 800-pound gorilla, you monitor every burp, every snore of this gigantic gorilla, because when it blows, it could destroy the United States as we know it.
This is a pretty scary prospect. I want to just show people what we're talking about here when we talk about this super volcano, and we have a little thing to show you, a map with some of the details. So that's where it is. It's beneath Yellowstone. It's been there, as we know. I guess this has erupted 3 times in 2.1 million years. But what they're worried about is the fact that they say that the ground has started to swell in levels that they have not seen before, 10 inches in some places in the past year. What does that tell us?
It tells us that there is activity in this supervolcano, which erupts roughly every 600 million years. And the last eruption was 640 million years ago.
Oh, 640 million or 1,000?
1,000 years
Okay.
ago. But that's what's making us very nervous, because the cycle time corresponds to the present-day era. So every single burp, murmur of this gigantic potential supervolcano, including the rise of the sea level, has to be watched very carefully.
All right, so when we talk about this, and we have pictures of Mount St. Helen erupting back in 1980. Let's just show this right now. You say that an explosion with this supervolcano under Yellowstone, and there we're seeing the Mount St. Helens, would be 1,000 times bigger than this. What type of damage are we talking about here?
We're talking about immediate damage out to 100 miles from the site. That is total devastation, basically wiping out everything in sight. However, the real damage goes out to 500 miles if you include volcanic ash, poisonous gases, death of wildlife and vegetation, and that's a ring about 1,000 miles across. That's the heartline of America.
It would pretty much wipe out Earth as we know it.
It would wipe out the United States as we know it.
So as you heard, we know who knows if this is going to happen, but excuse me again. But as you can see, we're having situations where there's the earthquakes are happening, and Yellowstone is becoming a factor. They said the ground literally rose up a couple of inches, or maybe as much as a foot or something like that. But the point is, that's an immense change in such a short amount of time, which means that something major could happen to the center of our country. It's a possibility. Who knows if it will happen in our lifetimes or whatever, but it's one day it will happen. And all of this is being caused by that solar spot, because if you watch the sun closely, every time there is some kind of spot activity on the sun, we have drastic changes within our planet, and it's just a fact. These affect. It's a radiation source that affects communications, satellites, earthquakes, weather patterns, causes fires. There's a lot of things involved with solar spot activity. All right. So keep watch on that stuff. So here's the next. I thought this was interesting. After 125 years, the secret Coke formula is out. Apparently, someone found the Coke formula. All right, and they basically put everything here. Citric acid, caffeine, sugar, water, lime juice, vanilla, caramel. And this is 2 ounces of flavor to 5 gallons of syrup. This is their flavor, 7 flavorings. Alcohol, flavoring, orange oil, lemon oil, nutmeg oil, coriander oil, cinnamon. So you can actually make your own Coca-Cola now. So, and they're basically saying it was a marketing tool. I just thought that was an interesting article. Just wanted to show you guys. So if you want to make your own Coke or whatever without the wood alcohol, because what happens is when they make Coca-Cola, not to mention it's really acidic, and people in the heartland use Coca-Cola to, basically to unseize engine blocks. So it literally, it eats through metal, okay? It's a huge, huge acidic thing. Now, the body needs to be more alkaline, which is more basic, and the body can fight cancer. Your body should be at about 7.3, 7.4 alkalinity. If you're in an acidic environment, your cancer thrives. So all this soda, this is going to cause cancer over time. It's going to let your body, make cancer. Plus, not to mention the corn syrup and all that crap they put in there. But bottom line here is this Coca-Cola is not good for you, because when they clean out their lines at their plants, they use wood alcohol. Wood alcohol is 100% toxic to human beings. It's not like a normal ethyl alcohol, which that's safe to drink, or it's not like that. It's more like it's just a poisonous alcohol that you really should, and it's remnants in the lines, and they do this every day when they clean out their lines when they're making their soft drinks, and this wood alcohol can literally, cause kidney stones and cancer and all host of problems. So stay away from all sodas. That's my opinion. They're totally from hell. The Strait of HORMUZ is to be shut down. Your oil prices are about to increase. Now, if you watch this story from this gentleman, Occupy Cyberspace, he's another good guy to add to your YouTube list. I listen to his news very well. But bottom line is EU oil embargo on Iran takes effect. Gulf brace for backlash, HORMUZ closure. So this is of July 1st, which means oil prices are going to go through the roof. So we're going to have a lot of oil prices are going to go up, gas is going to go up. So make sure you're ready to deal with that. Okay. Right now, I noticed, we made a correlation here at the CCRG. The president of our organization, John Nicholson, made a correlation that every time the gas prices go up, people get pissed off and they get really angry. But then when there's about to be a revolution, the gas prices go down. So if the gas prices go up, I don't know if this is a good idea, because people are having a hard time living as it is. So it's actually going to be worse for them. So whether they decide to raise gas prices or not, I don't know. But supposedly they're supposed to go up. So keep an eye on that. I put this in there because this is very important information, and the president of our organization, he's Greek, so I did this to, and I also did this for our Greek viewers, because I have a couple of Greek subscribers, but there's another Greek crisis-fueled suicide. Their suicide rate's up to 40% in Greece. That is insanity, okay? That is insanity. Suicide rate among Greeks is up to 40%. Of people who basically, regarding that don't have their money, that are living off their pensions. So people who don't have any money, that relied on the pension, that retired, now they don't have any money, and now they're being evicted, and people are just, killing themselves. They can't live. They can't believe this is happening. So, and it's not good. It's not good. Whenever this happens, it's just a very sad situation, and it could easily be avoided. But these greedy banker bastards, they just don't give a crap about you or me. They really don't. They give a crap about their champagne on the Riviera. That's all they care about. But the bottom line here is the economy's got to be fixed soon. It's getting worse, and it's not good. Now, I thought this was I only got 5 minutes, so let me just squeeze on through these. It says, time for the 28th Amendment. Congress shall make no law that applies to the citizens of the United States that does not apply equally to the senators and representatives, and Congress shall make no law that applies to the senators and representatives that does not apply equally to the citizens of the United States. So what it's basically saying is that you cannot make any law that only applies just to government officials and not to the people. Everybody's in the people. The law applies to everyone. Now, when they passed this health care, situation, congressmen, senators, president, anybody who works for, those type of people, they get special privileges. They get special health care privileges. We don't get those privileges. We should get those same privileges. So the bottom line here is they're not following their own 28th. They're not following the Constitution. They're already in law. They're already in violation of law. They're not even following it. So we already have proof. So who's going to stand up with the CCRG and kick these bastards out of power? All right. If you got $1 million, you got a couple of $100,000, you call Mr. Nicholson or me, and you let us know, and we're going to take care of business. All right. So you let us know, because it's time to act. It's no more time to sit around. I thought this was very, very heartfelt, because there's the people in Japan that are apologizing. It's not even these people's fault, and they're apologizing for the nuclear disaster. To the world from Japan, sorry. That is amazing. That is a lot of humility right there, and that earns my respect. Obviously, the disaster's happened, and there's natural ways where you can clean it up. Don't let them tell you there's not. There's a natural way to use specific ions to neutralize radioactive exposure and neutralize the effects of radioactivity. But they're not telling you about that because they want the radioactivity. They want everybody sick. They want everybody diseased because that's how they make their money. So I thought that was very good of them to at least say that. At least they're apologizing. But it's a shame. It's a real shame. Now, this is a photo this is the protest in Japan, okay? Look at all these people. Now, there's protests in Japan, okay? This is a protest in, what was it? I thought it was it Belize? Chile? I forget where it was. Chile, yeah. Chilean students. This is a protest in Chile, okay? And this is the protest in Chile, Tokyo, Japan, Mexico, Paraguay, Nepal, Tahrir, Brazil, Montreal. The world is standing up and fighting back. And I don't see any of this in mainstream news. Do any of you see this? No, of course not. This is going down right now, people. Spread this message and spread my news program to as many people as you can and let them know that the time to rise up is now. America is literally in the dark. Nobody has any clue. You have to go online to find anything. And if they take down online, then it's pretty much over. We don't have a communication means, so we need to do something about that as well, because July 12th, remember, July 12th, it's another 10 days. If you're caught downloading any illegal stuff, they're going to fine you, but they're probably going to use that as an excuse to, even when you're not downloading anything illegal, to take your rights away and your internet rights away. So, I mean, look at that. 1 week of protests. That's within 7 days. Okay? All right? So that's all I have for today. Again, the links will be provided at the end of the video. If you guys have any questions, please, don't hesitate to, contact us at the CCRG anytime. Just click on our contact button right there. We really need your help. If there's anybody who has the funds that can, help us out to, we can implement our plan to the solution to save the planet. Now's the time before it's too late. You can't wait any longer. Even if you can't, if you can't provide any money to the organization, that's fine. Just spread the message. Do something. All right? And now's the time to take action and do something before it's too late. So God bless you all. Keep doing the right thing. And more videos to come. Take care.